Consider this example. A pizza is divided into 8 equal parts, a slice of cake, and a portion of the balloons. Each piece is a fraction of the whole. In other words, fractions are parts of things. And if a fraction is just a part or piece of something, therefore a proper fraction must be less than 1. Study the example below. A rectangle is divided into 3 equal parts, and 2 parts are shaded or used. How do you write the fraction for this? To write a fraction, you need 2 numbers. 1 number on the top and 1 at the bottom, and a line between them. But what number goes on top? And what number goes at the bottom? The number on the top must be the number of parts used or shaded. In this example, there are 2 parts shaded, and we call this the numerator. The number below must be the total number of equal parts, which is 3 equal parts. In this example, we call this the denominator. A fraction is also a rational number. It can be expressed as the ratio of the total number of parts used to the number of equal parts, which is 2:3. Take a look at the given illustrations. Remember, the number on top, the numerator, must be the number of parts used or shaded. The number below, the denominator, is the total number of equal parts. So our fraction for figure 1 is 1/2. Figure 2, 3/4. And figure 3, 2/5. But what do you call the line between these 2 numbers? Does it even mean something? This line is called a vinculum or a fraction bar. In a fraction, the bar means division. In other words, 1/2 is the same as 1 divided by 2. 3/4 means 3 divided by 4. And 2/5 is the same as 2 divided by 5. When you divide these expressions, you'll have answers of 0.5, 0.75, and 0.4, which are decimal numbers. These decimal numbers are less than 1. Just like what we said earlier, proper fractions are less than 1. But how do we read fractions? There are various ways to read fractions. The easiest is to simply say the number over another number, just like this: 1/3, 2/10, and 5/7. Another way is to get rid of the word over and say the ordinal number of the denominator, just like this: 1/3, 2/10, and 5/7. You might probably be wondering why, with tenths and sevenths, we added s. That is because if you look at the number of the parts shaded, or the numerators, 2 and 5 are more than 1. There are special names for these fractions: a half and a quarter. Based on the numerators and denominators, fractions can be classified into different types. Have you heard about a unit fraction? Study these examples. What have you noticed? That's right. The given fractions have the same numerator, which is 1. A fraction which has 1 as the numerator, it is called a unit fraction. Another type of fraction is called a proper fraction. Look at the given examples. Compare the numerator with the denominator. 3 is less than 8. 2 is less than 3. 1 is less than 4. and 5 is less than 12. When the numerator is less than the denominator, the fraction is called a proper fraction. There is also what we call an improper fraction. When do we call a fraction improper? Study these examples. Compare the numerator with the denominator. 4 is greater than 3. 5 is greater than 4. And on the other side, we have 6 is equal to 6, 8 equals 8, and 5 equals 5. What conclusion can you make about an improper fraction? When the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator, it is called an improper fraction. An improper fraction can be converted into a mixed fraction or a mixed number. Let's look at our previous example, 4 over 3. In this figure, you can see 1 whole plus 1/3. Let's try another one. 5 over 4 is the same as 1 whole plus 1/4. A mixed number, therefore, is the sum of a whole number and a proper fraction. It is easy to convert improper fractions to a mixed number when there are pictures. But how about if the given fraction goes without a picture but purely numbers like 29 over 4? How do you convert this improper fraction into a mixed number? Do you recall the meaning of the fraction bar? It means division, right? So 29 over 4 is just the same as 29 divided by 4. How many sets of 4 can you get out of 29? Just 7. But when you multiply this by 4, we only get 28, which means we still have 1 left. We now have a whole number, which is 7, plus a remainder of 1 over 4. When we convert an improper fraction to a mixed number or vice versa, the denominator remains the same. Let's have a simple quiz. Write down the fraction for each illustration. Here is figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4, 5, and 6. You can always pause this video if you want to write down your answers. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and check the correct fractions. For number 1, our fraction is 4 over 8, or a half. Number 2, it's 1/4. Number 3, it's 3 over 9. Number 4, it's 2/3. Number 5, it's 4 over 7. And number 6, it's 3 over 5. And that's it.